Welcome to 3-Minute Grammar Lesson 7 about reported speech. I'm Amy Modal, Communications Department faculty at Okanagan College. Let's get started. Reported speech occurs when the words of another person are repeated in a new context, framing that person's name into the sentence to clarify who said or wrote the information reported. For example, if Mom requests bread at the grocery store, Samar might report that request to her friend Emily, clarifying that my mom asked me to pick up bread at the grocery store. In this text, the reported speech tells who said what. It may also include where and when. Academic writers often refer to research from outside sources, so reported speech structure is common. If in this book by the author McLean, written in 2004, I found the author explains that in conversation, nonverbal communication is continuous, and so on, I can quote that information in my writing, first framing in the author last name, followed by the year of publication, and a verb that shows the author purpose. After, in a relative clause starting with that, are the exact words of the author in quote marks, followed by the page number of that quote. Alternatively, I might paraphrase McLean's idea, starting with the author last name, the publication year, a verb that shows author purpose, and then the idea recounted in my own words and phrasing. A writer might choose to clarify where the reported information was found by adding the book title before the author name and paraphrase. For in his book, The Basics of Interpersonal Communication, McLean 2004 explains that different gestures are difficult to separate for analysis because they occur fluidly. Now let's analyze the grammatical structure of reported speech in this paraphrase example. The opening title is in a prepositional phrase in his book, The Basics of Interpersonal Communication. This creates a lead-in to the author last name and year, which is an APA citation and forms the subject of the sentence. The verb choice should clarify the author purpose, whether that be to explain, illustrate, or argue. Often, the paraphrase of information from the source is in a dependent clause starting with that. Usually what follows has a subject and a verb and could be a complete sentence, but it's been made into a dependent clause. I hope this lesson helped you better understand reported speech meaning and structure with quoting and paraphrasing in academic writing. Future lessons will focus on comma placement, pronouns in academic writing, and apostrophe plus S to show ownership. Thanks for joining me.